Hello everyone, this is Bro West of the Halodoc Bro signing in, doing another figure unboxing, but doing a little bit different, doing something a little bit different today. Doing the Marvel Legends series. I actually don't know how many of these are. Well, I know how many there are of this specific series. There are 7 of them, and like it shows them on the back, shows all 7 of them. And I really want to get around to building this Red Skull / Onslaught. But this is the box for the first one. We're going to go, this is Cottonmouth. I have absolutely no idea who half these characters are. I know some of them from like Marvel vs. Capcom games, and of course like Captain America has his own series. I've seen the movies. But some of these I have absolutely no idea where they're from, but I'm just going to unbox them, build the Onslaught, and let's get going. So there's, all of them have the kind of that on the top, which is clearly like Captain America's shield. Nothing really on the bottom. On the side it has the character, but on the side, apparently a couple of them, Captain America has just himself on the back. Sorry, let's zoom that out. Has just himself on the back, but a lot of these have 2 characters, so this is Cottonmouth and, what does that say, Whirlwind. Once again, I have absolutely no idea who Whirlwind is, but let's get this opened. I kind of cut the tape a little earlier just because I had trouble finding a proper knife to do this with. Okay, so it's got a cut here too. Well, that's good to know. So yeah, there's tape on the bottom and tape on the 2 sides. Let's get this all removed now, if it plays nice. There we go. Oh, I get how it is. Okay. So it doesn't really open very well, but alright. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on each figure. I'm just gonna bust these open. I didn't pay that much for these, that's why I got them all together. Oh, he doesn't even have anything. So this dude just stands on his own. He just has his hands. Tilt the camera down just a smidge. It's off this side. He's got the holes in the back. I don't know what... is that just for molding? He's got a waist joint. Or, not a waist... Well, he has a waist joint, but he also has a belly joint, I guess. He's got 2 holes in the back, but there's nothing else in this box except for the arm for Onslaught. Well, I guess that's him. Move on. This is, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, so paired up with Marvel's Mockingbird and Sharon Carter. Sharon Carter, I believe, is the television show, Agent Carter. I shouldn't say television show, the Netflix show. Let's get this one open. Once again, like I said, I have no idea who a bunch of these characters are. I really just want to get to building the Red Skull / Onslaught. So, and I guess there's a DC series that is like this too. So this is done, I should have pointed this out earlier, this is done by Hasbro. All of them are done by Hasbro, of course. Let's see. So, and this is another reason why I prefer, because I do a lot of Figma unboxings and Japanese figure unboxings. I truly prefer those because the gun, it fell out instantly. But it's in there, and you can just tell it's bent. It's like, it's supposed to be straight, I'm assuming. I'm assuming it's not supposed to be curved like that. And it came out of the box like that, like they put it in there like that. Which is, in my opinion, just kind of frustrating. Like, I don't want my stuff bent. I would want my characters to be just normal. And her ankle is just completely messed up, too. She's not going to stand straight up at all. But she's got knee joints, and she's actually got an independent knee joint right there, which is kind of cool. Like that. Oh, I hope I didn't break her. Oh, okay, so the knee joint is just iffy. She's got 2 guns. She's got her handheld gun, a little bit of head movement, arm movement. So, I mean, they're articulated. They've got some of them have the waist joint. Cottonmouth had the waist joint, but she's just got this. But she's not going to stand up on her own at all. The ankle is just so jacked. Anyway, so we'll just put her off to the side, and we got an arm for the Onslaught. And now we have a leg. And actually, we'll do her in the middle and move these in. So this is, like just shown, Marvel's Mockingbird, which once again, I have absolutely no idea where she's from, but same standard 7 figures. Carter on the one side, Mockingbird on the other. Same shield. Let's get this open. Okay, so she's got a little bit more, including of the Red Skull figure. Got the whole, like, just body portion. And from what I understand, these are the shoulder pads. That's quite a bit of stuff. I guess they could have afforded to put the shoulder pads in with another one, but oh well. Alright, and she comes with two little... Gosh, oh, it's like one rod. Okay, these are... It's like a rod that goes together. I'm zooming in. There we go. But once again, her her ankle is completely messed up too. She will not stand up on her own. She's got the individual knee joints. Is there anything? I should have checked the elbow. Got that. Got the midline articulation. No waist joint. Will she stand up on her own even if I lean her forward? Oh, she kind of does. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to mess around with each character too much. All right, let's do this Whirlwind guy, who I have absolutely no idea. Marvel's Whirlwind, also paired there with Cottonmouth, which I opened before. Same, once again, same characters, same top. Cottonmouth on one side, Whirlwind on the other. Alright, so he has another arm to Onslaught. And do a good job packing it in there. So he's an arm to Onslaught. And let's pull Mr. Whirlwind himself out. So yeah, he's got a waist joint, torso joint, stands up on his own. He's got these saw blade things on his hand. I have absolutely, like, once again, I have absolutely no idea what they are. This leg is... There we go. He does have the, yeah, they've got that individual knee joint. I think they all have that individual knee joint. And of course these characters, these, I don't want to call them bulkier, but the ones without messed up ankles, messed up feet, definitely stand better on their own. He's kind of a cool character. We'll do Cap next. I like these last two characters, so we're going to do them last. And let's do Captain America once again, his shield on the top, nothing on the bottom, Captain America on both sides. On the back, same 7 characters. Well, it's kind of cool that, yeah, after you build them all, or it's a mixture of cool and kind of annoying, like, oh man, I gotta collect all 7 of them just to build a whole nother character. But at least the other character is kind of cool. I found a couple of other these that were pretty cheap, but the problem was they weren't, like the character that came with them just wasn't that cool. Like one of them was like Absorbing Man. Once again, I have absolutely no idea who that is, and oh wow, Captain's stuff has already fallen out. So he has the shoulder harnesses. There's him himself. And the head pops off because he has this whole other kind of wolf head. Actually, I'm going to do that real quickly. Okay, so it's just kind of a ball joint. Pop the wolf head. Once again, I have no idea if this is a reference to the comics, if it's what it is. So, okay, so he holds this and does it. So the shield kind of just clips to his wrist, but he can also hold it. There's a little thing right there, and then he's also got hands. Once again, messing up my hands like I have a tendency of doing. So he's got pointing hand, or number 1 hand, whatever you want to call it. And then this is just kind of, I don't know, all fingers hand. He's a little lopsided, but I don't know if that's his ankles or if it's just my surface. Oh no, he's not too bad. Not too shabby, so we'll put him off this side. He has the most stuff. Like, he's got 2 hands, he's got the shield, he's got these harnesses, which once again, I don't know what these are supposed to be for. And he's got that other head. So and the piece, this is the Onslaught piece that goes on its back like a shell, from what I understand. All right, let's move on to, this is, on the side we see, oh, well, on the back we'll go first. We got Taskmaster, and Marvel's Demolition Man, same 7 figures, same Red Skull, same thing on the top, standard bottom. And we've got Demolition Man on one side, and we've got Taskmaster on the other. I have, once again, Taskmaster I know from Marvel vs. Capcom. I am not familiar with Marvel's Demolition Man at all. It's not the old 90s movie with Stallone and Wesley Snipes. It is just Marvel's Demolition Man. So once again, I don't hate this one, but I hate how the packaging was, because the character looks cool himself. He looks just like totally a mercenary. And he's got a gun, but the problem is, once again, I don't know, it actually came out alright. It's not warped, it's not sideways. Is the pistol and the knife like that? Let's get down to that. So the pistol, which is kind of cool. Nope, it's straight. So it's just Sharon Carter's gun that was all jacked. And this knife, you can tell it's flimsy, but it's not sideways either. And I'll get to the figure in a second, but I'll just pull this out since I'm doing this. And there's a leg to Onslaught. So I've gotten all his body parts except for the head, which will be for Taskmaster. So he's kind of cool. Okay, so the knife will fit in the holster in the back, or not a holster, but the knife will fit in its sheath, I will say. And the pistol will fit here in a holster on the side. Okay. Once again, I don't know why some of them have holes in the back of them, but his gun can be held. And it looks like he can actually, like, not put it across his body, but hold it like that. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Does he have fully articulating? He has individual knee joints, kind of cool. Standard ankle joints. Oh, the feet barely bend, though. He twists left and right. Does he have a torso joint? Yeah. Okay. So, outside of Captain America, one of the other better figures so far. Like, it looks like Cottonmouth. They just crammed a bunch of plastic into him instead of making guns. All right, let's get to the last one. Let's get to Taskmaster himself. So once again, same standard back, standard side, top, bottom. Let's get this open. This is honestly, this is the first one I bought, just because I found them on sale at various places, and I just decided, well, I wonder if I can go to other similar stores and collect them all. And I was able to, and all for a pretty appropriate price, I'm not going to lie. So if these were any more expensive, or if these were the standard price when they came out, I probably wouldn't have picked up any of them. But I couldn't argue with the price that was for all of them. Okay. So Taskmaster has a shield that's kind of already attached to his hand. Let's just pull him up by his feet. He has a shield already attached, so I can't complain too much about that. He's got his skull. He has a swap-out skull. Well, he has a sword as well, but I'll get to that. I want to get this skull out. So he's got, like, a standard, like, kind of just normal skull. And then he's got this other... Alright, so he's got... If his arm... So his arm doesn't seem to bend up or down. It rotates, but his arm just really does that, but I can't get it to go down very well. And I don't want to force it and break it. But the knee joints... Individual knee joints, ankle joints. His feet are a little off balance, so he's probably not going to stand up straight very well. But I was trying to get this arm to bend down properly, but I guess not. And we've got the sword. Okay. Alright. And that's Taskmaster. And the final piece. The Red Skull itself. Now, I was going to try and maybe fit this face on there. I don't know. And we're going to build all of Onslaught / Red Skull. You can still see Demolition Man there. I'm off to this side. Not that I don't want to focus on them. I'll put them all up at the end. Alright, so once again, let's do my hands right. So this is the way they're supposed to go. He's got the nice big claws. So I'm going to try and put the arms in like this. Let's see how well they pop. Okay. Alright, so there we go. Now some of the joints are coming down. Okay. So the legs, I don't know which way is right and which way is proper and which way is not proper. Let's take a look at one of the boxes. So the box shows he has these kind of ridges on the outside, which is these. So those ridges are going to go to the outside, and this line thing is going to go on the inside. I'm hoping for that satisfying click of me putting in the leg, but it's just... There we go, got one. Alright, the left leg isn't in there as well as I would like. I've been fighting with it for a good minute now, and it didn't give me that satisfying click, but it seems to be in there. I can tell it's a little exposed and it doesn't want to fit in all the way, so I'll try messing with it later. Let's get these shoulder pauldrons on. I think, is that right? Yeah, those move a smidge. I mean, he is a big character. And I'll do the skull very last. Okay, so I had to remove the shoulder pauldrons on the back to get his skull on. The skull is just not playing nice at all. And for the purposes of this video, I'm going to play around with it later. I'm not going to sit here and keep messing around with it. But man, that was not nice at all. A lot of the other pieces fit in really easily. But the rest of them, man, like the leg and the skull just not playing nice at all. But that is Red Skull / Onslaught. I hear there's another face that I can put on here, another head with one of the other characters, which I think that they try and mix and match these characters themselves. So then that way you go and buy more of the characters all together. Yeah, see, because the leg is not playing nice and not letting me pose him like forward so he stands up properly. Keeps leaning to the one side because the one leg is working, the other leg is not. All right. After putting together all the figures, I wanted to show them all together, and after getting Onslaught / Red Skull himself all put together. So he's got the shoulder things are kind of nice. They don't move very well with him there, right there. The arm rotates. It's kind of cool, big claws. I don't know if he's supposed to be holding something, but he does have that claw. And the arms, they will bend up and down, but not without significant effort. It took me forever to get this leg joint in, and it took me forever to get the skull on. But I just want to pull this off and just take a quick look at the back as well. Yeah, and the leg joints bend just fine. Ankle joints, kind of cool. And that, I mean, there's really not much to it. He's got the waist joint, or I shouldn't say the torso joint, but no spinning waist joint. One thing that I forgot to mention on almost all the figures and why I wanted to display them all together at the same time is a lot of them have these twisty leg joints. Although they don't really move terribly far. They are present except for on Taskmaster, and yeah, they're only not on Taskmaster and not on Red Skull himself. The other thing is, I did enjoy all of them, but just the packaging with the ankle joints is just absolutely awful with these. Like, Sharon Carter and Mockingbird will not stand up on their own at all. That's why I have a bunch of them leaning back. A lot of them are unstable. But like Captain America and Whirlwind here will stand just fine. Taskmaster needs a little bit of effort, and so does Demolition Man. And Cottonmouth will stand just fine. But those two, man, they just will not stand up on their own at all because the ankles are so broken. I really wish that sometimes that they would, much like my Figmas, they would include a back to put on so they can stand up on their own. Now, something big like this is going to stand up just fine. But, and Demolition Man does take a lot of work, but his ankle joint was a little messed up too. So just, problems with the production process, pumping them out real quickly. But that is all the figures together, you guys. All right, so this final figure that I have here is going to actually replace the Red Skull head. I finally discovered that there was I figured out which figure came with the Onslaught head, and it is Kitty Pryde. We can see it right there, but we'll get this one open. I'll open this one just like all the others. I'm not going to finish the Juggernaut, so I'll have an extra arm. From what I was reading is people like this series as well just because there's one individual figure to the back of the box as opposed to the other ones, but there's 8 figures altogether. I don't know if all of them come with another piece to this, but that's irrelevant. I wanted to build Onslaught, and that's what I'm going to do. Let's get this one open and see what the Onslaught head fits like onto the body of... The head fits onto its actual body as opposed to the Red Skull head, which I'm not sure if there's an actual Red Skull figure as well, if that one was just kind of excess or something. So once again, even looking in the box, it looks like her feet were uneven. And her leg definitely turns inward, so I don't think she'll stand on her own. She has the same twisty leg joints as all the other ones. No waist joint, but there's the torso joint. Standard hand, standard elbow, standard knee joints. And I'll be honest, she looks absolutely hideous. I do not like the way she looks at all. But she has a companion. I honestly can't remember its name for the life of me, and for the purposes of this video, I don't really care that much. I am going to pull out the Juggernaut arm just to show. Unless I get these figures at an even reduced price that I formerly did, I'm not going to finish up the Juggernaut. And finally, the piece I've been looking for. With all this off to the side. The Onslaught head. Let's pop off Red Skull head. You know, this was a pain with the shoulder pads on. I'm going to have to do the shoulder pads off. All right, and then Onslaught head fit on absolutely perfectly. No problems whatsoever. Let's get the shoulders pads back on. So from what I know, Onslaught, being a boss in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, is the combination of Professor X and... I reversed those. Professor X and Magneto. I can't even remember Magneto's real name. I'm going to say Charles Xavier and Magneto. And once I've already went over his articulation. The head actually moves a bit nicer here, way better than the Red Skull. And he actually looks super cool, much better than the kind of Red Skull that there was before. And he stands properly on his own. This is an absolutely awesome figure. I love this. I'm glad I put this all together. So that's the final. Thank you guys for watching once again. This is Bro S of the Halodoc Bros. Peace out.